Hello and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting on my continuation of my daily card challenge for the whole of November. I hope you're enjoying what I've done up to now, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, which, remember, it doesn't cost you a penny to do that. If you hit the subscribe button, you arguably do not miss any. Okay, you know, if you've been already watching some of my previous, I love this textured card that comes with envelopes from Hobbycraft. But for the card I'm doing today, it seems a shame to cover up the textured card. So basically, I've cut a card in half, all right, and so that will fit the card. I might cut that down just a little bit on each side, not much at all. I just want to take a slither off, which is quite easy to do. I don't want much, but I just don't want it to go off kilter. Right, a little bit off there. And if I turn it round, I suppose you could have just took a little bit off. A little bit off there. A little bit off there. With a bit of luck, that might be square enough to do. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right, okay, so that's all ready. Right, what we're going to do, I'm going to put some ribbon on here. Again, I often say this, less is more, and I really do believe that. So we've got some ribbon. I was going to use either or on here, but I actually think that one's quite pretty. So just cut a piece slightly bigger than you want to go both ways. So that's one bit that way, and then there's going to be one bit the other way. Obviously, any ribbon you like, any color coordination you want, totally. Right, now some double-sided tape. This one, I don't know if I've used it before. It's just gone a bit sort of scrappy, but actually, when I spend my time going, oh, can't find the end, it's almost got like a bit of a material, sort of Bonder webby sort of one. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm wanting to use it up. But saying that, for the demonstration purposes, it's great, actually, for showing how I can find the end on it easy enough. You could, if you wanted to, if you want to save a bit of tape, literally only, put it on both the ends. But so there's one, and here's the other. It's just, like I say, if you're just putting it on the ends, that's fine. It's just you don't want it necessary to move off the card. So here's another one. Okay, so obviously it's pretty square, so I'm going to be putting, like I say, look at this. This is perfect for finding the end on this. It really is. No messing. With this ribbon, there's no up or down. Pop it round, seal it down. If you haven't got any of this tape, you could just seal it down by just putting some sellotape over there. Okay, so we're then going to take this piece and pop it the other way. You could tuck it under if you want to, but I'd sort of try and do it. If you are a person that like to measure everything, you could measure it in exactly the same place, but that's fine. In like there. So there we have the real sort of easy peasy baseline of a card. Now, what if I just put that, what I'm going to do next, you've probably seen this so many times, but I still say the magic of it is quite lovely. I'm going to be putting a Merry Christmas there. So I'm literally using VersaFine pigment ink for fine detail. Onyx Black, brilliant stuff as far as I'm concerned. So that is going there. Stamping platform, if you're then going to be doing a load of cards, because you could literally have like a conveyor belt. But, so there we have that. Then I say my magic is basically clear embossing powder, which is wow. if you were now going to be doing a load of these, get it to that stage, then heat seal it all in one go if you're doing a load. All right, but if I'm obviously just doing the one today with this one, so I always use something behind it so it's a bit of stability. And right, 2 seconds, just heat this up just a little bit. Can you see the shine on that? Perfect. Okay, right, that's that. Now, to make this sort of the quicker card, actually we could now make sure you pop this the right way, and I will be putting some double-sided tape on the back of that, but I might just leave it a minute or two to make sure it's nice and dry. So that will be going on here. Meanwhile, I'd already made a little robin. This was a little die set, I forget where I got it, but what I tend to do, just a little tip, because there are little pieces that you can so easily lose, isn't there? There is actually the little robin breast that came in here, which I have pushed out, which I should then save on here. But if you put it on, you know, this magnetic strips you can get, they're all in one place, aren't they? So you don't lose some. But obviously, if you then have them all separated off, that's absolutely fine. But because sometimes you might want, I don't know, berries might need to be red. Obviously, the leaves are green. But really, for how much card, paper, or whatever you're using, it's not very big. So I would, just as a tip, leave them sealed together, okay? I mean, like that tiny little eye, you'd, you know, never be able to sort of deal with that, would you? These little legs. I'm not going to use these legs. Anyway, so here's one I did earlier. And also, rather than now show you, this is where I've already took it out before, okay? And where I've used some of the dioxide, if I've got the green one, it might, no, that might have been a different colour I used on that actually. So you can say mowed lawn. I actually just used some of the daubers I'd got with the colours there. So it did a little bit of a sort of brown on the robin. But if you then colour them on here, you know, you're getting it all. And then once they're nice and dry, which hopefully they now will be, they will just poke out like, oh, so, like some I've done earlier. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle is usually. That one's, oh, that's okay. I think it hadn't taken. So that's that, that's that. Whilst we've got a couple of them, another couple of leaves here, and well, I'm still stuck in there for some reason. Right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you wanted to make them sort of extra shiny in that, you could put some the embossing, you know, stamp pad on there and make them really shiny if you wish. Here we could I might do put a little bit of that, make it extra shiny on his red breast, but entirely up to you. So now all we're going to do is, with a bit of glue, is then position them. With this you can sort of tuck it under, yeah. Got some different leaves here. I might just pull a few more of those out. I didn't actually show you this, but this is some of this, I don't know what, a sort of papery but almost plasticky, but I've just some in my stash, but it's quite nice, which is that green. Okay, so let's just a little bit of glue. If you want to sort of leave them so they pop up a bit, but you want enough glue on them so they don't fall off or something. Yeah, potentially sort of tack it under there. Odd sort of selection of leaves there, which is absolutely fine. If you just want to just use holly leaves, that's fine. Entirely up to you. He's going to sit there and there, so I think just to raise him up a little bit, I'll pop a little pad on him. You want it? Get away. Like I say, I've just made him earlier and just used a brown sort of daubery to put there, and I've actually just put a pencil mark for his eye and just some little pencil marks where the indentations are in his wings. So here we go. That'll be enough actually. One pad. Just don't want to make sure it don't fall off. Whoops. Stuck. Pop him there. Maybe a couple more leaves. As few as you like, as many or as you like. Might just pop another one in there. Every time I do this, I give you, oh, must fill these up properly, but they've still got some in, so they're all right for now. Pop that in there. Just sometimes you can sort of position them before you stick them down, see what you want. Oh, I just need a little bit of glue on there because it's going to fall off before the recipient ever gets it. What I'd be tempted to do generally is, see, there's plenty on there. I would, as a whole, put something hard on that and leave it there to generally settle for a while. But because I'm now sort of finishing off the card, we just need to turn that over, put some double-sided tape on the back. Hopefully nothing will now fall off. Like so. And we've done, I know, I appreciate I've already got like the little bird ready, but that's sort of something I sort of find sometimes I sit and do in front of the telly, sitting, if I'm doing like a load of flowers and that, I just use my little machine, churn a load out and then leave them in a container all ready to then put together with a card. So I'm hoping you're enjoying my channel. It hasn't got many subscribers yet. I did laugh and say when I get to 100 I'll do a little draw if people are interested to win a little something. Mind you, that could be months and months before that happened. But anyway, if you know of anybody who likes crafting, if you're already watching, please share it for me. And you know, the more the merrier. I just think if anybody's remotely interested in this, and I give you a few tips, because when I first started, oh, I did make a pig's ear of some things. So right, that's then there. Right, concentrate, Sarah, so you don't get it in the wrong place. You can totally measure it if you wish, but I tend to do things by eye. Again, there we have, quite, as far as I'm concerned, a lovely card with not necessarily too much on it, but still had some work in it. So till tomorrow, thank you very much.